What's up, guys? I'm Beck Flatley, and you're watching What the Beck TV. And today we're going to talk about people I do not trust. Hey! First up, people who don't like dogs. You know when you're out walking your dog and somebody walks by and smiles? I'd like to think at least 80% of that was for the dog. I mean, I do that. You pass by a dog walker and you smile. Sorry, babe. I'm smiling at your dog. His eyes are windows to his soul. He's thinking about his food, chasing a ball, or licking his own. You know, I'm down with that. Right on, Pooch. People who don't smile at dogs? Psychopaths. People who don't like cats. The internet was surely created for two reasons: pornography and cat videos. Now, cat videos, people are more willing to be open about. If somebody tells me they don't like porn, I'm like, liar. But if someone says they don't like cat videos, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing talking to me? You don't like that little kitty playing the piano? Or the one where the bearded lady is tickling the kitten? Creating a full-on killing machine, training it to attack her fingers, but whatever. Cats are wondrous creatures. And anyone who doesn't think so has no sense of wonder and probably spends their free psycho time parading around in their deceased mother's clothing. Psychopaths. People who balk at children's charities. Now, many employers encourage their workers to raise funds for charities. It's a nice thing to do, and depending on the event, it could create team building naturally without some bullshit conference, boring speakers, and building bridges out of newspaper and spaghetti. Oops. Don't ask. But it can also offer disturbing insights into your coworkers. Okay, folks, we're gonna issue everybody a pedometer. The idea is steps for cash. We're thinking about 100,000 steps for the office. Obviously, the more volunteers we get, the less steps we have to individually take to reach our target. Now, we have a number of charitable causes we could raise money for. Yeah, Sandra? Yeah, I'll raise money for anything. Dogs, vets, cancer, but not kids. There is enough for kids out there already. Kids are spoiled. Okay, Sandra. It's all right. We know you're the sort of kind-hearted soul who wouldn't piss on a veteran if he were on fire, but thanks for your giving heart and generous spirit. I mean, okay, kids can grow up to have cancer and be veterans, but okay. I mean, there are now more kids living in poverty than any other time in history, but okay. Fuck the kids, right, Sandra? People who hate Sesame Street or the Muppets. I love the Muppets. Teaching kids their ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and to embrace multiculturalism. Did you know the Count is from Romania? That's where Transylvania is. 1, Anyone who doesn't love Big Bird, Grover, Bert and Ernie, or Miss Piggy, Rolf and Beaker, don't trust them. They're odd at the very least. I mean, Kermit, man. Kermit? Has anyone done more for America's international relations than that ping-pong eyeballed amphibian? I mean, I gotta say though, since the master of Muppets, Jim Henson, passed on, I'm not too sure about the cast of pudgy-faced characters they've been churning out lately. Morrissey fans. Okay, so depressing lyrics, tragically self-indulgent songs, music to slit your wrists by. I can't fault the man there. But otherwise, he's gone totally balls deep into the vulva that is insanity. Actually, that's a good song title. Write that down. Anyway, describing Nigel C. Kyle Farage as a liberal educator, calling the Chinese a subspecies over their treatment of animals, or claiming that refugees have made Germany the rape capital of Europe. Wow! What the People who don't love Steve Guttenberg. The man is a legend. Okay, he's not gonna win any Oscars or BAFTAs or anything anytime soon, but who didn't enjoy his work as Carrie Mahoney in Police Academy? And maybe 2, 3, and 4? Who didn't love his turn as Newton Crosby, PhD in Short Circuit? Whatever God wants, he keeps?
Oh, I get it.
Or is Michael in 3 Men and a Baby? And he showed up in the sequel too. He's just a reassuring presence, and people who don't like him are much like people who don't like dogs and cats. And you could bet your sweet Ally Sheedy that if you're walking your Steve Guttenberg down the street, I'm gonna smile at him. Donald Trump supporters. Build the wall! Make Jesus white again! I promote peace and love, but by God, check her emails and lock her up. Lock her up and deport. Deport. And I make the rules for your vaginas. People who think Hillary was the right Democratic nominee. Okay, let's be real. It's about time we had a female president. But at this point, it seems like an iguana would be more likely. Just don't tell the GOP they're native to Mexico, or they'll have them all deported. Presumably, there was the idea that the Democrats are the party of inclusion and diversity. Look at us, we've got black dudes with exotic names and voices that rival Morgan Freeman. And we got women! If we really try, we'll come up with a gay or trans nominee just because. Now again, I'm all for it. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did. Point is, they went for a woman instead of the woman. And the cons went for the potato-faced pussy-grabbing toilet monster instead of a potato-faced pussy-grabbing toilet monster. People who hate the movie Short Circuit. I'm sorry, what? People who prefer the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Now I understand that these are real people, folks. People who didn't cringe every time Hayden Christensen spoke and wonder, where the fuck did Natalie Portman's accent disappear to? People that didn't wholeheartedly wish Carrie Fisher would show up and obliterate all of it with a swift headbutt. Why? What happened in your childhood? People who say wrestling is fake. Dude, leave the wrestle fandom alone. We're all after, with your cooperation, of course, and in a way that ensures our mutual safety, slam you to the mat, suplex you, and generally stomp a mud hole through you in a way that suggests there actually may be rules we're meant to abide by. You know, before you make your inevitable comeback, as if you're somehow impervious to being hit with a steel chair 71 times.
It's still real to me, damn it! You know how I do.